Chicago Sky, y'all stink, bro. Y'all, look, there's trash and then there's trash. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, the Chicago Sky got destroyed by the Stud Buds. Everybody watches the Stud Buds. Shout out to Courtney Williams and Tisha Eiderman, man. Listen, Stud Buds stood on business today. Nafisa Collier stood on business today. They destroyed the Chicago Sky.
Angel Reese just handed out 9 turnovers like Oprah on a giveaway episode. You get a ball, you get a ball. Meanwhile, the Stud Buds didn't just show up, they showed out, turning the court into their own personal comedy club. What unfolded wasn't a basketball game but a live-action blooper reel, a perfect storm where confidence collided with chaos. If you've ever wondered what a full-on basketball roast looks like, this one was still sizzling long after the final buzzer.
Reese had 9 turnovers. Listen, y'all got to stop with this point forward foolishness, man. Let's take a look, man. Hold on, man. Y'all be wildin'. Y'all be wildin', son. Bruh, come on, man. Y'all got to stop. Y'all got to stop, yo. Y'all got to stop.
Angel Reese was just 1 turnover away from a triple-double, and not the kind you brag about. Social media went wild as fans roasted her performance, calling it a moment that belonged in basketball's Hall of Shame, not its highlight reel. 9 turnovers. 9. That's not a stat line, that's a full-blown confession. Reese looked less like a forward and more like the founder of a non-profit for struggling defenders, generously handing out possessions. Here, take it, you look like you could use a fast break, might as well have been her game plan.
In the entire WNBA and Angel Reese in garbage time. We saw it. Angel Reese last year against the Fever with like 2 minutes to go. She needed to, I think it was like 6 points and 3 rebounds. And she went and caught like 2 me-bounds and then immediately goes at Victoria Saxton 3 times in a row.
At this point, the only logical explanation is that the coaching staff is in on it. This has to be performance art, a full-blown satire of team dynamics. Because honestly, every time they try to involve Angel Reese in real offensive action, the lane turns into a traffic jam that would make Los Angeles jealous. You can almost hear the paint crying out, "Make it stop," as she plants her feet like she's setting up a campfire. And as for the pick and roll, the only thing rolling is the ball, straight into the other team's hands.
Chases after this opponent, gets close to her during a box out, grabs her by her hips, and hip tosses her, throwing her to the ground. She stands up, she walks over to this opponent, bends over, screams in her face, and flips her the double bird. That's the WNBA gold. We're going to get into it. And the laughter. Oh, Angel. Oh, my angel, you're my darling. Angel, angel, angel. You've been playing well, Angel. I give it to you. You've been playing well. But every now and then, those stinkers, oh, man.
So instead of risking a full-on offensive collapse, the team seems to have given Angel Reese the honorary title of facilitator, which would be cute if this were kindergarten and not professional basketball. Facilitator here basically means, we don't trust you to finish, so please hand it off before disaster strikes. Because if she's not passing, she's bricking. If she's not bricking, she's flailing. And if she's not flailing, she's traveling, both literally and spiritually, somewhere far, far away from the rim.
Like, there's absolutely no foul in that. She gets a good whistle, jumps up, and then goes at somebody on the other team. Who's she go at? She goes at Diamond Miller, her former Maryland teammate. And, like, Angel's 1 tech off a suspension as well. And is like, anytime anyone gets into it with her, she's straight in their face. And I'm like, I don't mind that. But you just got to be smart. To be fair, this guy sucks, so you might as well just go and take your, I'll say it,
It's not just about bad games anymore. This has turned into the basketball equivalent of a league-wide cover-up. No one wants to say it outright, but everyone's thinking it. Reese isn't just struggling, she's flat-out awful. Not rough night awful, not rookie adjustment awful. We're talking, why is she still on the floor? Awful. Garden gnomes have better footwork. Scarecrows have more dependable hands. Yet there she is, gumming up the offense like a chewed-up piece of gum in a vending machine slot. And heaven forbid anyone actually bench her. That would mean admitting months of PR spin and empty highlight reels were all for nothing. So instead, she's left standing at the top of the key, waving her arms like she's directing traffic while her teammates scramble around like it's a fire drill. Spoiler alert, she's not setting anything up. The only play she's running is straight into the blooper reel, and the ball usually ends up with someone wearing the wrong jersey.
When I thought she was turning her season around, just when I thought Angel Reese was graduating from pretend basketball player to make-believe basketball player, the level where it's almost believable that Angel Reese is a basketball player. Just when I thought Angel Reese would pull through in the clutch and do America a favor. With a win last night against the Minnesota Lynx, Angel Reese would have become the most popular player in the WNBA dump. Well, Casey, that's simply not possible. Caitlin Clark will always be the most popular player in the WNBA.
The worst part is watching her teammates adjust to her limitations in real time. You can see it, the spacing, the hesitation. No one dares to cut toward her, like they're trying to avoid a black hole. Every possession feels like handling a live grenade. One bad pass, one mistimed screen, one dribble off the foot away from disaster. This isn't team chemistry, it's pure survival. The irony is hard to miss. For all the talk about leadership, grit, and championship DNA, Reese has become the anchor dragging the team down. Not the steady kind, but the kind that sinks the whole ship while everyone else scrambles for air. Yet somehow, it's treated like 9 turnovers are just growing pains instead of a full-blown identity crisis. Standing in the dunker spot while a teammate gets double-teamed isn't positioning, it's just being in the way. At this point, the only thing Reese is facilitating is fast breaks for the other team. She's not a playmaker, she's a plot twist, and not the kind anyone saw coming or wanted.
Now, why people are defending this, let's get into it. Nneka Ogwumike, she gets up, proceeds to get boxed out, unable to move her opponent out of the way. Nneka Ogwumike retaliates, grabs her by the hips, throws her to the floor, stands over her, screams on her, flips her the double bird. Quinterly, Dallas Wings' teammate, being a good teammate, gets in the middle of the two, pushes Nneka out of the way like a good teammate should. Instead of saying, Nneka, come here, let me get you a hug. No, get up off my teammate, girl. Get up off my teammate. Nneka Ogwumike can't let it go.
You know it's bad when opposing teams want her to have the ball, baiting her like she's the weak link in the fence. They pray for her touches, practically daring her to let her cook, knowing full well the dish will be raw in the middle and the kitchen's already on fire. And don't even get started on transition defense. Watching her hustle back after a turnover is like watching someone try to jog in flip-flops. Sure, there's movement, but it's mostly decorative. Her body language says it all. Frustration without urgency, intensity without direction, vibes without results. And deep down, the coaching staff knows it. They have to. You don't stumble into that many offensive blackouts and think, yes, let's do more of that. This isn't strategy, it's denial dressed up as development. They've chosen the path of least resistance. Use her as a decoy, label it as growth, and pray no one looks too closely at the box score. Meanwhile, the facade rolls on, post-game pressers filled with vague praise and social media clips that conveniently cut right before the inevitable turnover.
I'm telling you, with a win last night, Angel Reese would have surpassed the Rue from Waterloo in popularity. Now, I am not saying that her dozens of aliases would have passed Caitlin Clark, but Angel Reese herself, she definitely would have. Going into the game last night, Cheryl Reed, the head coach of the Minnesota Lynx, she told the doofus duo who refer to themselves as stud buds, she told them, if they lost this game to the Chicago Bravado, they would no longer be allowed to stream on.
The whole operation has become a masterclass in selective editing. Frame the story just right, and maybe people will forget the score, or that the team got blown out while their supposed star tripped over her own momentum. Meanwhile, the rest of the roster pays the price. Players who can shoot, who move with purpose, who actually understand the shot clock, all sacrificed on the altar of brand protection. Because at this point, it's not about winning. It's about avoiding the humiliation of admitting a mistake. And that's the saddest part. Angel Reese didn't ask to be overhyped, but she's become the centerpiece of a delusion disguised as a redemption arc. The real triple-double here isn't points, rebounds, and assists. It's hype, denial, and pure fantasy. Too many people get hypnotized by the box score, seeing double-double, and acting like she just served up a 30-piece filet mignon. But if you actually watch the game, eyes open, brain engaged, you'd see it wasn't dominance, it was chaos. Sloppy, unbothered, perfectly marinated chaos. Angel Reese's stat lines are clickbait headlines, flashy, dramatic, and almost completely misleading.